Hi guys! Today I want to do a little quick update for my China Glaze nail polish collections. So I also keep them in this Alex 9 drawer, and as you can see I have quite a bit, and the last two rolls are not China Glaze, but the front rolls are all China Glaze. China Glaze is one of my preferred brands. I wouldn't say my favorite because their formulas are hit and miss sometimes, but I definitely don't experience the chipping issues a lot of people experience, and I like that how they have very interesting colors and finishes a lot of the times, and you can get them pretty cheap at Sally's Beauty Supply most of the time. So I like this brand a lot for that reason, and I buy them very often, and I declutter them very often too because I feel I can get them easily and they're fairly cheap, so I don't feel too bad. So with that being said, all those colors that I have left in my collection are some of my favorites over the years. So let me show you all the colors that I have. From here, the first guy is white on white. So as you can see, I have used a lot of it. This is my choice of white when it comes to any sort of nail art or things like that, because it's just good formula. It's white basic color. And then I have this from Giver's collection. This is Friends Forever Right. So I really like the Giver's collection. As you can see from the bottle cap, they have this writing on it, and I have quite a few here. This one is kind of a pinkish white. It's like really white with a drop of pink if you compare to the white on white. So you can see, and it has very good formula, surprisingly. Usually lighter shades like this don't have good formulas. Then I have a textured polish. This is Scent Dolla Make You Holla. I like this guy a lot actually, and I just shook it up a little bit, but you can see I was kind of like right there already. So I used this guy quite a bit, and I think it's quite unique texture, and it's not too textured that it bothers me by any means. So I like that a lot. Then I have another one from Giver's collection. This one is the white with a drop of blue, if you prefer to call it that way. This one is New Birth, and also very good formula. This one is called Nude, so I think this is probably one of their classic or really old colors. I don't see it in stores anymore, but for some reason this nude color really looks nude on my nails, so I kept it around. Then another Giver's collection polish. This one is 5 Rules. This one is the white with a drop of gray, also very good formula. And I have this Giver's collection Intelligence, Integrity, and Courage. This is a little bit darker than this gray. It's definitely more on the blue side. This one is more on the gray side, but if you compare it to this guy, as you can see, they're both kind of bluish, but this one is a little bit darker and more grayish. Oh, by the way, I like those lighter colors because I use them as a base for glitters. Sometimes if the glitters have kind of a blue color family, then I would choose a bluish base and so on. And this one is Silver Lining. I really like this guy. As you can see, I have used quite a bit of it, and it's just, I don't know what it is that just makes it unique. It's very fine silver glitter, I would say, but they just look really reflective on my nails, and I love it a lot. Then I have this green. This is Be More Pacific. So I really like this lime green color, and I usually don't branch out into neons too much, but the only neon colors I have are pretty much all in my China Glaze collection, and this one, not quite a neon, but definitely borderline, and I like this. Then this is Secret Periwinkle. This is one of their classic shades, and almost everyone has a bottle of this. I just got it last year, surprisingly, and I really like the color. Next I have Sea Spray. So I have had this for a long time, And this is one of the kind of classic shades as well. It actually has a silver shimmer going through it. It doesn't quite show here in the camera, but it's pretty good color. Then I have Bring On the Bubbly. This one, I just got it this past holiday season. I just purchased maybe like 10 bottles from China Glaze, and this one, I don't usually like golden glitters, but as you can see, it has a lot of hollows in it. So that makes it kind of unique, and you can't actually wear this on its own. It will get opaque on its own. So I think it's somewhat different, so I bought this guy. Then I have Sweet Hook. This is one of my favorite pinkish, purplish, light colors. And I don't know what it is, but it's just somewhat unique in my collection, this color. Then I have another Givers collection. This is Release. So this one is kind of like a purple but gray at the same time. You can see here the pigment, it has a little bit pink in it, but I don't know, in camera it doesn't look as pink as it is, but it definitely is. I would say it's in the middle of purple and gray. Then I have an iridescent glitter. This one's For You. So it's similar to, this is a spectacle, I think. I just got rid of that one. That one only has those hexagon glitters. This one has a lot of regular hexagon glitters, but at the same time it has a lot of shimmer, as you can see right there. So I think this one makes it a little bit more unique, so I kept this guy instead. Then I have Luxe and Lush. This is also iridescent glitter, but this one is kind of shards shaped, and I think that looks better on the nails in general because they're not too regular shaped glitters. Then I have this Well Trained. I think this is from a train collection 2 falls ago, so 2014 fall. And this one, it's getting a little bit discoloration on the bottom, as you can see, but the color is somewhat unique. It's a darker teal shade, and I don't know what it attracts me, but I really like this one. This guy is quite interesting. I think it came out many years ago, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and at the time I bought the whole collection because they're all dual chromes. And after purchasing that whole collection, I realized I just don't like dual chromes that much at all. So I pretty much got rid of everything from that collection except for this guy because, well, it's not the most prominent dual chrome, but I like it the best. Then I have Starboard. I usually don't wear green polishes a lot, but this one is kind of on the dusty side. So it's not very green. I would say it's more like a green leaning a little bit gray. So I think it's quite unique color-wise in my collection. And then I have Exotic Encounters. This is one of the classics as well. It's very unique, dusty army green. This one is Watermelon Rind. I think it came from like a 2010 maybe summer collection, like really, really old. And this is one of Love Tarte's favorite polishes, and I hear her talking about it a lot, but I just for some reason assumed that I would never be able to get my hands on it until I found it on Amazon, and it was quite cheap on Amazon, so I just purchased it. It is a little bit sheer than I expected, but I like it. This one is Give Me the Green Light. I also just got this guy this past holiday season, and I like that the glitters or shimmers, you can see it's kind of teal and green, so it gives a little bit of a dimension on your nails. It's not just flat green. Yeah, really interesting, and you can get it opaque on its own with like 2 to 3 coats. Then I have Manhunt. This one is also a classic, and I think it's because how bright it is. It's a darker blue, but also at the same time it's just really bright. So I really love this guy. Then I have Soiree, I Didn't Do It. So this one is very similar to Give Me Green Light, as you can see, but the glitters in this guy is a little bit more purplish and a little bigger in size if you compare them side to side. I also just got it this holiday season as well. Then I have Star Hopping. I think this one is a Sally's Beauty exclusive, but I just got it this past holiday season anyways. And I love the color of it. It's like on the darker blue teal side, but at the same time it just gives a depth. I don't know what it is, and it has a lot of hollow and it gives a very interesting finish on the nails. Love it. Then we have First Mate. First Mate is very similar to Manhunt, but I think Manhunt is a little bit more bright and saturated, and First Mate has a little bit more of that dusty color. And I have tried to declutter one of those many times because I feel, you know, they look very similar, but for some reason on the nails they look quite different and I just cannot part with either one. Then I have Grape Juice. I believe Grape Juice was in the same collection as Watermelon Rind, which was really old, and you can see that they have kind of the similar finish. It's just a lot of very fine shimmer, and I like this finish from China Glaze. Then we have another Givers collection. This is History of the World. This is definitely a dusty purple, one of my favorite shades, and I've already mentioned in my Zoya collection that I really like those kind of dusty blue, gray, purple-ish kind of color, and I think they're very flattering on my nails. Then I have All Wrapped Up. So this one is very interesting because all the glitters, it's very fine. I wouldn't call that glitters actually. This is probably the finest shimmer that you can find, but at the same time, it's opaque on its own. So it's very unique and it's very shimmery, but also at the same time, dark, I guess. So I really like this one. Then I have Want My Bawdy. So this one is also from that dual chrome collection. And this one is also not very dual chromey actually, but I like this kind of purple shade. And I have Cold Hands Warm Heart. So this one came from the 2015 holiday collection. It's very similar to Ugly Sweater Party, which I will show you in a little bit, and it just has a lot of chunky glitter. It looks like it's in a bluish purple base, but it has so many different color and hollow chunky glitters, so it makes it very interesting. The only downside of it is that it requires 2 to 3 coats to be opaque, but it gets really thick and uneven on the nails. Then we have Locomotive. I think this also came from 2014 fall collection. This is one of the interesting glitters as well. It's definitely a gunmetal or black dark gray kind of base, but the base is not, or the actual polish is clear. The base was consisted of just little glitter and shimmers, and it has a little bit of the bigger size copper looking hexagon glitters, so it makes it very unique and different. Then we have another Givers collection. This is Boundary of Memory. Yeah, and then this one is Fine Shimmer again. As you can see, I really like this kind of glitter and shimmer finish, and this one has a unique color combination as well. It looks like it's kind of a cool toned brown or bronze color. That's because the combination of the shimmers, I can see it has silver, black, gold, all kinds of different colors, and it's quite unique. Then I have Lug Your Designer Luggage. So this one also came out from 2014, and it's a very normal reddish brown shade, but it has a lot of little iridescent shards inside of it, and it looks quite interesting on the nails. Then I have Mahogany Magic. This one's quite unique in my collection because the color is kind of brownish, yellowish, and I don't go for those kind of colors very often, but I know that they look actually pretty good on my nails. Then I have Ingrid. Ingrid is one of A Loft Heart's favorite polishes as well, and this one is a light brown taupe, very neutral color, but it has that golden shimmer, as you can see, which makes it somewhat unique. See the shimmer? So I like that a lot. Then I have Mind the Gap. So Mind the Gap and Ingrid are kind of similar, the idea wise of course, but Mind the Gap is a little bit lighter. It's brown but on the yellow side almost. I think that's because it has a lot more golden shimmer inside of it. They might be, you know, even like having the similar base, and this one just has more shimmer than Ingrid, but I think it's a very nice polish. The next one here is Swing Baby. Swing Baby is like a glamorized Ingrid in my mind, and I think this one definitely becomes a metallic finish, but also on the neutral side, so I think it's one of the office appropriate but also not boring kind of shades. Then I have Choo Choo Choose You. This is also from 2014 fall collection, the train collection, and as you can see, it has a purple bluish base with a lot of different, the golden green shimmer, so it's very interesting and unique. This guy is Awaken, and this is a gunmetal, I wouldn't call it metallic yet, but it's definitely very shimmery. And I think I tried to declutter this guy many times because it really doesn't look like much in the bottle, but for some reason on the nails it does look very amazing. Then I have Nice Caboose. I forgot where I got this guy actually. I don't know. I have a lot of those wine-ish, reddish color berry shades, but this one is a little bit more on the pinky side, so I think for that reason it's a little lighter than all the other berry shades that I have, so I kept it around. And also you can see that it has a pink shimmer inside of it. It's not very obvious, but yeah, under the light sometimes you can catch it. Then I have Ruby Pumps. Ruby Pumps is like one of China Glaze's cold classic, I think, and it's awesome. I don't need to say more about that. Then this is Ugly Sweater Party. This one is similar to Cold Hands Warm Hearts. So it has a lot of chunky glitter, hollows, and it's in a pink base. And it gets opaque on its own, but at the same time it gets really thick and goopy on the nails and textured. So I'm not too sure how I feel about those two glitters actually. I might declutter them later. This one is Scattered and Tattered. I had 3 colors in this collection, I think. So they have little black dot glitters and bar glitters, and also those red shiny glitters. And the other 2 colors I had was purple and blue. And I don't know, I don't like bar glitters, and this one is my preferred out of the 3. It doesn't give a very even application on the nails, so I'm a little torn about this guy. I might give it another try and maybe declutter it if I still don't like it that much. Then I have Conduct Yourself. This one is a berry deeper wine color, I would say, and it has a nice shimmer going through it, as you can see, the magenta kind of shimmer. So it's interesting, but I don't think it's unique in my collection. We have another one from Giver's collection. This is Community. It's a warm-ish kind of brown color. It's brown, but definitely very warm and very reddish, so I think it's quite unique. This one is Desert Sound. So Desert Sound reminds me of a yam actually. It's brown but yellowish brown and very warm, almost kind of like a nude. I don't know how to describe it. I think it's very unique. Then this is from a Halloween collection. It's Don't Let the Dead Bite. This is quite unique. It has a milky base with a lot of pink glitters, and I think it's appropriate for Halloween and maybe even for Valentine's Day because it's just a pinky glitter. It's very different. And then the last row I have here are, I think most of them are neon colors. The first one is Sun Worshipper. It is yellow but more on the orange side. And then this one is so bright. This is Japanese Koi. I think this one came out many years ago and it's one of the brightest orange that I have. I don't think the camera is quite picking up the color. This one is Peachy Keen. This is definitely not a neon. I don't know why I put it here. But this is very neutral, nice peachy color, and it looks very nice on my nails. I have Henton Toes. This is the bright fuchsia color neons, and it has a little bit of a shimmer, as you can see. It's somewhat interesting. Then I have shallow. So shallow is on the coral side, and it's also a very neon-ish kind of color, and it has a golden sheen, as you can see. This one is Flirty, tankini. I think this one is borderline neon or cream. It's just a bright cream, I think. And it's pinkish coral. I don't know, it's quite unique, I think, and it looks very nice on my nails. This one is Xtreme Thrash, and I got it on clearance from Sally's Beauty one time, and I didn't expect much, but I ended up really liking this guy. It's a red color but with a lot of shimmer, and I think it gives a very fiery look on the nails. It's very appropriate for late summer, I think. And the very last one here is Carribean Temptation, and this is a fuchsia, hot fuchsia with purple shimmer and sheen, and I like that one a lot. So that's all the China Glaze polishes I have in this drawer, and as usual I had a couple that's outside of this drawer, and I'm just going to show you those two real quick. So I kept them on top of this little tray as well. So the first one here is a textured polish. This is Wish on a Starfish. So it's a pink nude, a lighter pink color with a lot of golden shimmer. I like it, but I think it's kind of hard to apply. As you can see, I have used quite a bit of it. I'm like down there, and the brush just gets really fluffy and big, I think because the texture polish has a lot more volume, and the glitter got stuck in the brush, so it's on the harder side to apply, and it dries kind of slow. So I'm a little torn about that. And the other one I have out here is just Fairy Dust. I keep this with all my top coats, base coats kind of thing, because I use Fairy Dust quite often. It's just a hollow shimmer that you can top off anything pretty much, so I keep it out there. So that's it. That's all my China Glaze collection. I know it sounds like most of the colors are from recent collections, like from 2014 to now. That's because I do purchase them very often, and if they're not too unique, I get rid of them fairly quickly as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know if you have any suggestions. Thank you for watching. Bye.